What's up, YouTube? You know what time it is. It's my fan time yet again. Got a couple lids to share here. New lids pickups, including an unboxing. Got a package here from Ecapcity, and happy to have had a second chance at this hat, and I'll get into that in a bit. But first, let me just share these. So first off, this was a Macari pickup. Got the old New York Nets. It's a mesh back there. You see the New York on the back, the old logo on the front. Kind of dual colorway there for the hat. Very cool. This goes with my Dr. J New York Nets Mitchell & Ness jerseys, home and away set. I got that one there, and this one I actually just got in the mail as well. This was from Poshmark. Got the Eagles, of course, the draft style hat that they put out this season for this upcoming season. It's got the Eagles fly on the side. It's kind of it has like that kind of neonish look to it, I guess, or not neon, but the kind of I guess you could call it like a neon lights type look to it, and I've heard other people talk about this with this particular hat style, whether it's fitted or snapback as this one is, but it's got that kind of rubber, to it, to the logo, so it's not stitched on. It's, I guess, heat pressed onto the hat, and then you got the Eagles fly there again in that that style. But the Eagles fly is stitched, whereas this is like that that rubber material that you'll see like teams wear for all-star logos or such, or if like the NFL shield on the jerseys for the Nike jerseys is kind of that rubbery material to it. So it's kind of similar to that, but it's a new era snapback. Got the NFL logo on the back. I really like these. I think they really did a nice job with them. That kind of black. The all black hat with that just different, style for the logo and everything for the side. I think it's pretty cool. It's different. I do remember many years ago, that they had a hat like this for the various teams. It was a fitted. I think Reebok made them, and so you would have that kind of logo on the front. Didn't have anything on the side. It just had the logo and then had the NFL logo on the back. On the, like I said, it was like a flex fit or slouch fitted, hat at the time. But I like these. I did not get them when they first came out from Fanatics or Lids or anything like that. But I saw this was a pretty good deal for it on Poshmark, so I picked it up. So there it is, the draft hat for the Eagles snapback style. And last but not least for the pickups is this box. So the story behind this was Hat Club had this design for a bit, and they actually had it for two different hats. One representing an older era for this team, and the other more of recent years for this particular team that moved years ago. But I certainly remember the team. I remember the stadium that the side patch is of. And, it's the story the same as I say about the jersey game. It's the same for the hat game. Sometimes, you procrastinate a bit, and when you want to go after it, it's gone, and particularly with hats in your size. And I know that Hat Club is kind of notorious for getting these hats in, and they do these drops, and the hats are only available for like minutes on the website. Not all the drops, but some of them, particularly some of the more popular, drops. So recently, I went into this club, this group rather, on Facebook for New Era Fitteds, and I saw someone had posted about Ecapcity doing all these different new releases and whatnot, kind of plugged the site, and I saw this hat on there, and I'm like, ooh, I get a second chance at it. So went ahead and pulled the trigger on it. So again, you got the box there. I already opened it, but I didn't pull the hat out because I wanted to do the unboxing here for the channel. got the receipt and everything in the box. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, I was glad to get a second chance at this one because it goes with some jerseys, and above all else, I just like the look of the hat, and I did miss out on it on Hat Club. But here it is. You got the Montreal Expos, that single color, the royal blue that they had for a number of years for their hats, on-field fitteds. You got the side patch there, which is of the old Olympic Stadium, which is very cool. Like I said, I remember the Expos, and I remember, of course, being in the Phillies division, the NL East for those years, and remember the Phillies playing in old Olympic Stadium, which was the Expos' home for a good portion of their existence. Very cool hat. I really like this. It still has the tags and all. I'm going to take them off because I don't leave the tags on, but it's got the green underbrim and the white interior band. So it has that like vintage look to it, vintage, style, which is very cool. It does have the Batterman logo on the back, but the Expos did have the Batterman logo on the back of their hats towards the end of their time in Montreal. It also has this New Era flag on the other side, which is kind of camoed in because it has the it's in blue. But very cool. Really like this hat. I was glad to have a second chance at it. And the Expos, like I said, Hat Club at the time, they had two versions of this. They had this one, and they had the more of the pinwheel, red, white, and blue Expos hat from the 70s and 80s. Of the two, I honestly, I wanted both of them, because I have Expos jerseys from various eras. But this one, I think I'm glad I had a second chance of the two, because this is the hat that I remember the Expos wearing more so than the red, white, and blue one. And, of course, they were wearing this in their years in Olympic Stadium when I saw the Phillies, play the Expos there. So, I certainly am glad to have had a second chance at this particular Expos one. I would have taken either. And, in fact, if I can ever find a pinwheel one, I would probably get that too, because I have Expos jerseys from that time. But I talked about the Expos jerseys from this time, and here's one of them. So I have two of the two BPs that Mitchell and Ness made. So this being the kid, Gary Carter, and of course it's going to go right with that. I also have the Vlad Guerrero, and I do have a road, as you saw in a previous vid for my jersey collection. I have a road Pedro Martinez, which this would go with as well. But like I said, this is why, as a collector, you look around, you try to, find different groups and different people. Sometimes it's just about the people that in the hobby that you're able to get stuff like this and get like a second chance, like I said, on this. Because I was pretty, upset with myself for not grabbing the ones on Hat Club when I had a chance at them. And, it's the story as it is with collecting. Sometimes you just miss out on stuff. But I was glad to have a second chance at this one from Ecapcity. So shout out to Ecapcity. Super fast shipping. I got this late last week. In fact, I almost lost it again because when I got on there to see if they had them in my size, they did. And I was kind of in the middle of something else. So I didn't pull the trigger on it right away. I put it on my cart. And then, as it was, the size I put in my cart, when I came back to it a little later, was gone, and then I grabbed this one. So thankfully they had my other size. So I go usually 7 3/8 or 7.5 with fitteds. The 7 3/8 was sold out when I had a chance to get it when I went back. Then I got the 7.5. So I was glad at least they had one of my sizes. So I'll go and put it on right here, even though the teams are clashing. But yeah, that's a good fit. I'm glad I got the 7.5. I think this fits just a little better than that 7 3/8 would have. It has a little more room, a little more room to work with here. So yeah, so shout out to Ecapcity, shout out to the group on Facebook, the New Era Fitted Society, I believe it is, on Facebook for seeing this post on Ecapcity. I didn't know anything about Ecapcity. Like I said, you're in these groups, you learn things. That's one of the benefits of getting into groups for fellow collectors or appreciators, because you do pick up little tips and stuff like that. So, yeah, Montreal Expos, side patch hat with the Olympic Stadium. It's just awesome. I really like this. I really like this patch. And like I said, I like the ones that Hat Club had. It's just I was a little slow on the trigger for those, but they lasted a bit. I mean, those ones actually lasted a bit. I just was, I procrastinated too long on those, but I didn't this time. So shout out again to Ecapcity for putting this out there. Finally glad to have this in the collection in the fold, and so there you go. Anyhow, that's it. Quick little vid here, a little over 10 minutes. Hope everything's going well for all of you. I will be getting back to doing the jersey collection vids. I know people are waiting for the NBA. I was hoping to actually put the first installment out this weekend, but, obviously that didn't happen. But probably by this upcoming weekend, I'll have the first installment of the Mitchell & Ness NBA collection, or starting the NBA collection, that is, showing the collection in the entirety. So be on the lookout for that. And as always, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon if you do subscribe, so you'll get notified when I put out my wonderful content here on YouTube. And feel free to leave comments below. All right, everyone, take care. Stay safe, and I will see you hopefully again this weekend. We'll start the NBA collection. All right, everyone, take care.